All right, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Today we are back to shake a little bit of tables. We just pray that God gives us the grace to deliver his message. Minus one, annoying some people, but also minus scratching the wounds. But again, the wounds have to be scratched in order for us to heal, because I know that so many of us are going through, so many people are going through what we are going to talk about. And this is the loving of too much. And love alone is not bad, but when it gets into the obsession where your life revolves around someone, then it becomes so unattractive, and most of the times you strangle or kill the relationship before its maturity. And that is something so many people have faced, both in relationships, and I will say this, even in marriage, because if you cannot be able to control yourself, as in the resentment and the lack of attraction also happens in marriage. Yeah, but where does it start from? It starts in the relationship. So we want to be able to talk about what causes this, yeah, and what effect does it have on a relationship or marriage, and how can you redeem yourself? I think the most important thing is, how can you redeem yourself? We know, yes, you love that person so much, you have put him on a pedestal or her on a pedestal, but again, a time has to come where your love is balanced. Yes, there is a sense of self, there is a sense of purpose, yeah, and I think we will just have to wrap it up.
I think it should be having a name psychologically. I don't know what it is, but I'm sure, absolutely sure.
I think it's really obsession.
Yes,
and
I think it's beyond that. It's because it is from Hilda has said yes to me. I don't want to lose Hilda. Whatever that I know that can keep Hilda to myself, I will do. You understand? It's from a good angle. It's from a beautiful place. It's like you are trying to do your
good,
best, and
but you're overdoing it.
But you're overdoing. So it feels like it's a good thing while you're doing it.
Yeah, that's why you never snap out of it.
Now, the side of us men, it is an energy. It is part of us. It's part of our build-up that we love to chase. We chase for the right and the wrong reasons sometimes, but we love to chase when we feel we have our muigo. What's the right word for that? You know, when you have this prayer and you have it to yourself and you've done everything to get it, you feel so proud as a man. I see it with my kids at home, you know, when they are playing, and you feel that what they love is to be in charge. When he keeps chasing and he's trying to make ends meet,
instead of making it so simple for him.
Yeah, the other day I was telling you the story about Asahel. They got him into a house that had locked itself, and he told them, "I'm strong. Get me in there. I'll open the door." And they got him through the window. He climbed the door and opened it, and he said, "I'm strong." So that's us men. We feel proud when we have it all together.
Yeah.
Now it instead becomes a boredom
when
you.
Serving yourself at a silver,
when you're supposed to be chasing, you're being chased.
Oh my God!
Yes, you get bored.
I can only draw the picture. As in, you're supposed to chase, but now you're
chasing you.
Wow.
So you get bored. You're like, oh, come on,
this is too easy.
You know,
why are you just giving yourself away just like that? It feels like it's a spoiled good. Eh? It's like when someone sells you something and then nakuongeze new. I thought it was good, but by the time you're giving me too much, that means there's and by the way, even business people make that mistake so much in a bid of retaining customers. When you overgive, then people lose value for what you are giving them, and they start running away. But the thing is, this starts from, I love the fact that you asked, like, what is it? We talked about an obsession, and you talked about, it feels good when you're doing it. You feel you are doing good. You feel like, oh, I was brought up well, like I am really loving hard on you. Yeah. But again, there is a space in there where someone is doing it out of fear. They are not doing it because it is them and the goodness of them, because then they would have maintained the balance of having other important things in their lives. If it was just out of, I was brought up well, I grew up in a family that expresses love, I grew up, you'd express
So it's the
love.
fear of losing.
It's the fear that is inside that is causing you to do this. It takes you into an
Feels
overdrive.
like if I don't do much,
I will lose him. So that means you keep, it's more like an audition.
So you keep doing more and more.
Yes,
and more.
you keep in the auditioning level. You never graduate to an accepted level.
Yep.
So you're outdoing yourself. You're going ahead. You're even thinking for him. You know, that's why they go ahead, wash, and then, you know, give the too much sex. They think that it's going to keep him, and then you're hovering around him. You're calling him 1,000 times. You're showing up at his workplace. You're posting him every day on your social media.
Could it be that it's something coming from your previous relationship?
Definitely.
It could be. But though there are some people who have that kind of build-up. There are some ladies who are like that.
Now, that build-up...
Because I think I've seen one do the same in more than one relationship.
Yes, and now it is also an attachment style. A clingy attachment style. Now, that attachment style is developed during childhood.
Oh, yeah.
When your caregiver did not openly love you and they conditioned your love.
Or they loved you, but you never felt accepted.
Of course.
So
that means they communicated love in a way that you didn't even understand.
And I have a fear, most especially girls who've been raised by their grandmothers, or who've been raised by someone else who's not their mother. Now, those feel more than one thing. Most of them feel like I lost out on my mother.
No, they feel abandoned.
No, I lost out. I lost out on my mother. I don't want to lose out on my grandma.
Exactly. So they hold on.
They're like, if I lose grandma, I think this is the end of my life.
Yeah.
Mommy is not here, and I don't know why she can't be here for me. Maybe I'm the reason. Maybe I'm the cause.
Exactly.
Probably I brought this up. So now that I have grandma,
let me hold on. Let me please her.
Yes. Yeah.
And then the grandma is bringing you up so well, in
Yeah.
a well-balanced to love, to do what. But remember, you have the abandonment and the neglect
Yes,
at the back of your mind. So you're thinking, and you don't think about that if I ever get into a relationship, I'm going to do this.
Yes.
You don't think about it.
It's a subconscious thing.
Yes. It just manifests that when you get into
That's
a relationship.
Why I'm thinking sometimes it can be because of your previous relationship.
Yes.
But there's some people who've been raised up that way.
Yes. Childhood, it's more like a childhood trauma, because as we are supposed to love without condition, home is where we learn to love, especially when you are with your parents, and even if it's a guardian and they're able to give you good love, to show you, to erase what happened. Yes, you know, okay, there's something that happened, I'm not with my parents, but there's this person that has committed to love me for who I am and not just choosing bits of me.
Though, Hilda, something I've really followed up over time is once a child has grown up with be it any a guardian or any other who's not their parent, they will always lack something in them. And one of them is the confidence of
I'm loved.
I'm here, I am loved, worthy. I can express myself, I can do. The moment they get it in their head that this is not my mother, this is not my father, these people are helping me.
The brain flips. They go into pleasing.
Yes. They want to feel accepted. So they work too much to be accepted. And by the way, these kids grow up and become so powerful in their lives, but they will always lack in that one particular area, that even at their workplace, they feel like I must do more to be accepted. And that gives them job security of some sorts.
Yes.
They get favors, they are loved because they give you quite some value. So you as a boss,
but they give too much more than they're paid for.
You as a boss, you keep them. It's not an entirely bad thing. It's a good thing. But where it actually flips so bad is when they are now trying to build a connection, but it's not really a connection.
Yeah.
You know, when you are trying to get Hilda to love you for who you are, but everything that you are doing to build that connection just keeps Hilda away
instead
from
of
you.
bringing them closer.
So Hilda can use everything about you to manipulate you.
I know, to
and
use you. But they don't want you.
But of course,
At any slight, they're running away.
Of course. And such people never have what you call genuine friends. Because everyone who comes close to them needs something from them.
Yeah.
Once they get it, they run away. They
So
abandon
painful.
you. Okay, they know you're the one who will be the first one at the hospital when they are sick.
Yeah.
They know you're the first one who will contribute on their wedding.
You care too much.
They know that you're the first one who will attend a funeral for your anyone. They know that you're the first one who will be there running around making sure that
Everything is
sorted, everything is set and fine. But then when you need them, no one shows up.
No one is showing up. No one is showing
Because
up.
they know even if you don't show up, she will still come back. So
Well,
that can slide into even your own relationship with the person that you call your husband, or the person you want to call your man.
That's true.
Yes. He gets to a point where he feels like, you're all over me, give me some space.
I need to breathe.
I need to breathe. And don't you have friends? But the person is asking whether he has friends actually does not have real friends. Mukazi watu buli gwayita mukwano gwe is just a user. She's the one who calls. When she is in trouble and she needs them, they don't call.
Yeah. If they need money, she's the one who gives. They never give.
They never give,
So she does not feel safe. And she can read
So
it.
when she finds someone called my boyfriend, my husband, she would want to hold on for dear life.
Yeah.
She's like,
like maybe this one is the only person who will love me in the entire world.
So abandonment is something.
Yeah, abandonment is so huge, and just like you said, the trauma from past relationships. If something has happened like that, or someone hates you, or just walks away, or ghosts you, so you're like, okay,
you blame yourself.
You blame yourself, and then
for not doing enough. So
in the
you
next
want to do
one,
more.
you want to outdo yourself.
Yeah.
And then there are people that whose identity also is just not. As in, you've not gotten to know who you really, really, really are.
Yeah.
Yes, you were brought up in a home that had love. I think you have seen your father and mother were there, so it's not childhood trauma. But for some reason, you just lost your identity along the way because of so many things that happen. Attaching yourself to bad groups, bad friends at school, people did not reciprocate. As in the middle, as a child grows up, and this happens too early in this age and era. Back then, in our years, I think it would happen maybe when you cross to secondary. These days, it happens in primary. Yeah, you lose your identity. Yes, your parents love you when you go home, but you lose yourself identity. You just feel like you don't belong. You just feel like you have to please so much. You have to, to be loved. Yeah. And people have to do certain things in order to show you that they love you. So if you don't read those things, then you keep poking and you keep doing more in order for them to love you. Now, I can't put a finger on that exactly, but it's a loss of identity.
Yeah.
And the identity can be lost in so many ways. There's a clique at school that they didn't involve you in their things. You thought you were good enough, but you didn't qualify to get into that cool kids club. Yeah. And so you feel, okay, what is it? Yeah. Even if your parents tell you, but you're beautiful, you're good, don't even look at those. Maybe they clicked up as girls who could easily do dubious things, and they don't see you as a person who can do those dubious things. Maybe they see you as a person that comes from a Christian family. Maybe you will be a rat. Yeah, you will rat them out, and so they exclude you.
Yeah.
And you feel like they are cool. You would want to be. You see how someone can easily lose their identity. Instead of embracing the goodness that they have, all of a sudden they look at that as the mark that is good. Now the bad is what looks good. The good no longer looks good.
Yes.
Now they want to trade places, and slowly they will want to do that. If they use a certain lipstick, they will want to use that lipstick. If they put on certain shoes, they would want to. Why? Because they want a buy-in to also feel as cool.
Oh, no.
So now you're trading. Some people have traded their identity like that. And of course, in early years where they don't know better.
Bam.
Now, when they grow up, they don't redeem it.
Never. And it's not something that is easy, by the way, because loss of self-worth is giving someone else the power to define.
Exactly.
Define you, as in their definition of their love gives you the self-worth. It's until now, okay, you mentioned the thing about you're beautiful. You have everything. And that's what we see.
Yes.
But according to you, you think my definition is based on what Hilda thinks.
Exactly. If I can't put on skimpy, I'm not beautiful.
I am. So
if I can't do what they do,
yes, I must fit in. I somehow have to find a way.
Change myself.
Yes, yes. The only way of redeeming me is by trying to be them.
Yeah. And that will give me satisfaction.
Yes.
And their acceptance will give me satisfaction.
Exactly.
So most of the times, I think we've seen them even in high school movies, where a girl is finally accepted only to be used. Because they know she's good. And they know they are not as good as that person.
Is, yeah.
But they have painted a picture that she needs them. So she overworks to get in there, only to find that she's disappointed for the rest of her life.
Yeah.
That's not what she wanted. So you see how that same girl will do anything when they get in, when they see a man and they feel like, oh, this is the best person. Yeah. They will do anything to make sure that they get to that person. This ends up killing the attraction. They end up using you and dumping you. And then you go back to people who tell you, but you are good, but you know, God loves you, but you know, all those things. They don't sound anywhere near correct. Why? Because you have flipped the definition of your acceptance and love and everything. And you've
given the power over to someone else
who does not need it.
Mm-hmm. No, has to manipulate you. The only way they survive is by manipulation.
Exactly.
Because now that they know your weakness, so they ride on your weakness to gain from it. So when they feel like we need something from Hilda,
yeah, they
know which button to press. And then when they press it, they know as a must
exactly
you're going
what
to
they're going to get.
Yes. So I'm only wondering how someone redeems themselves from that. I want God to really give us wisdom, because Hilda, a person who's been that, someone said that never underestimate the power of the subconscious mind. And once it's been built, because it's built over time, once it's been built, undoing it is quite a trick. It's a tough game. As in, you need to pray. You need more spiritual help than physical help.
Actually, it's not the physical help, because then it's more like a reprogramming of your subconscious.
Yeah.
A reprogramming of and that goes deeper than just the physical facade, because someone else will tell you, love yourself. Love yourself is
it's
not
just
enough. You taking pictures and going to Serena and take yourself out. Those are just things that are on top. The deeper part of it, which we have not yet gotten to, but since we are already contemplating, like, what exactly can be able, we will dive deeper into that.
Into it, yeah.
But this thing about purpose,
tough thing. Yeah.
the thing about purpose, who God created you to be, is the only reverse that you can get to reverse yourself out of such conditions. But remember, that is a spiritual aspect that demands that you dive deep into yourself. You don't look for it externally, because it is already inside of you. Now, if you can find a person...
actually, for people to get what we're trying to talk about is take time and do a reflection of your own life. Ask yourself the following questions. When was the last time I did something for me?
Yeah.
Okay? When was the last time I prioritized myself? When was the last time you considered yourself so valuable and important? Question number 2. Ask yourself, look at yourself and how you're dressed right now. Is that how you would dress? Or you're dressing up for someone? Sometimes if we've dressed up to impress, we've dressed up because all my friends, the team around me, has dressed a particular way. We're going to a club. But you know it very, very well that if you were to do otherwise, you would actually do. But because of the pressure around you, and because of what you've been conditioned to think, as right is what you're doing, even when you know it's wrong. These are the people we're talking about. So identity, there's a crisis of identity, there's a fusion. You are having double personalities. You are not yourself. You are in a state of confusion and quagmire.
Quagmire.
Oh, I love it's not you. And if you were given a chance to sit down and ask yourself these many questions, you'd want to do otherwise. Man, we've done things for the sake of approval, things we regret doing. We've done things that we would never do. And then when you start reaping, when you start diving deep into the consequences, you keep blaming yourself for everything. You are not to be blamed, okay? You just need a redefinition. What you need is listen attentively to this discussion, okay, and follow. I'm sure you're much closer to what you need to hear and what you need to learn and redeem you. So going back to purpose, now that's a very sensitive part. When you talk about purpose, it is deep because there is no place of purpose without deep spiritual connection to the one who gives the purpose.
Yeah. And that's good.
Otherwise, you can talk about purpose. I was listening to a certain song by Streams of Life. And they were talking about Obwavu. Okay. They were talking about Obwavu, and you know, and they kept talking about Obwavu until they said Omwavu ne bwabanga w'amagezi bamugayo bwe gabanga amagezi g'otuwa olabika gwageetaaga okusinga ffe. Now you realize kirabika ng'ekintu ekyo, it looks like a small thing, but there is something so deep about it that omwavu amanyi ekyokukola naye waliwo waakomye n'atasobola kusukkawo ku lw'ensonga mu connection ye n'ekimusinga amaanyi, because I've said this before, to every achievement, to every success in this life, there is always a connection that is more powerful, a spiritual connection that is more powerful than your physical abilities. That's why some people go to shrines. They go into worship of the devil, and while others go deep into the worship of God. Now, there is no middle ground. There is no middle ground. This means you can know everything about purpose. You know everything about purpose, but it's not enough to know.
Yeah.
There's something more about purpose than you teaching about it. Now, until you dive deep and connect with the one who gives purpose, purpose will only be lip service, bigambo birungi, byoyogerako byomanyi, oba byowulidde from people who teach about it.
Now we went to the last bit of it. I think we need to come back to,
okay.
a place of how it affects, how it affects the relationship. Because again, I feel like people should understand one way of undoing. Before you even you're able to dive deep, you should know, how has this affected me? Because it's the pain of walking away from the effects of you overdoing, overgiving, over auditioning, over fighting for their love, and spending sleepless nights. You're going, some people become obsessed to the level of surveilling.
Wow.
You start moving around on borders. When they tell you, I'm at this place, you want to peep and see, where are you at that place? Who are you? Because as in, you just fear being abandoned. You just fear being, but the day you know that, okay, this has affected me to this magnitude, as in it has created pressure, and not just created pressure, but even the high blood pressure. Do you know how your blood boils when you feel you're at the brink of losing this person? Because it's the worst fear. It's the nightmare that you're trying to avoid. So just imagine if any signs are happening to show you that your end is about to come.
I know.
When they don't call you,
you
and
panic.
even if it's for minutes, you see
panic.
someone walked out, and you're like, but people take even 2 days or even 1 day without calling. But it's unheard of. They are already sweating. You know, their heart is beating, and they are restless, they cannot work, they cannot perform. Some of them have been chased from jobs.
Yeah.
Because of the pressure they have created
For themselves. Yeah.
Yeah. So you see, if you're living under a cloud of pressure all the time,
love becomes a burden.
Even 2 times.
Yeah.
Now the pressure is on the person that is chasing, but the pressure is also created on the person that is being chased.
So it becomes a burden.
It becomes a burden. You're like, but she offered you. Yeah. If I want you, I know where to find you.
Yeah.
I know I have your number clearly. You're not a missing person. I'm not a missing person. Can we go back to our business?
Yes.
Yeah, as in, mind your business. Stay in your lane. If I love you, I know where to find you.
And then resentment sets in.
That means a resentment sets in because you don't create any space for anyone to love you, to even miss you, to want to be with you, to look forward to being with you.
So sad.
You're killing them.
You're so sad. That's so sad. That's so sad.
I know.
Yeah. It's painful to keep giving. I witnessed again. I'm sorry, I keep going back, but I hope that someone gets something from it. So I witnessed a situation where a girl was in her late 30s, okay, and she had been believing for love, or believing God for love. Now, this is quite different because she had been raised well, okay, both parents, quite different from the one we were talking about. But then you could tell that her problem was, I'm aging. Anything that comes into my grasp, I must hold it. And she says everything that I've tried to hold on
runs away. What should I do?
And that is,
and it's painful.
Yes, it's an direct effect of the pressure you're talking about. You're under pressure, but the person you are trying to grasp has all the time in this world. So the moment you allow yourself to be pressurized because you're growing old, you need children, you need blah, 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 blah. And there's this guy who thinks, I still have the world to myself.
Yeah. I still want my freedom.
I still want my... I mean, I'm here. You understand that? Yeah. I'm here. What's the problem? I've not said I'm running away.
Why are you working yourself out?
What's up? Can't you allow me to breathe? So by the time someone is I use that particular one to try and just emphasize that the pressure of surrounding you as a person can also cause you to become what's the right word? You're trying to hold on to everything. You're trying to chase. You're trying to. You feel like if I do one mistake, probably I'll lose this person. And I can't afford to lose this person. It's just like my life revolves around him. It's just like my life. My entirety is about this person. So you cease to build a connection. Okay, instead. You want
an obsession.
You want to be completed, as in the missing parts of your life require a completion of some sorts. I want to be completed.
Yeah, this is the only person.
And this is the only person that can complete me. And I remember having a conversation with one who said, I don't think there's any other option than to do what I am doing. But then you realize the person that you're giving all this thinks you are just a burden. Can't you hang out with your friends? Can't you just go and have a life? And I know some of these words that I'm saying, or the words that we are saying, you've heard. Told, you know, where someone tells you, just have a life. Just have a life. Please allow me to breathe. All that they are saying is, I don't want
to be responsible.
And then most importantly, I don't want to feel like I'm the one who completes you.
That's too much burden.
I just want a connection. I want a connection with you. That I feel you feel me.
The whole you and the whole me coming into play.
Yes.
But if
then you pulling me, ntika waliwo akabulawo kadaisi wano, yagala katulewo kapo. kalemu okuvaawo.
I know.
I'm like, nedda bw'okatuuzaawo njagala okagyewo magnet ekazze buzzi kaddewo kaveewo. That's what a connection
yes,
that I can be
healthy,
and
yes.
but where you put super glue on me
I know.
to stay in one place, very hard.
I'm going to run away.
Whoever feels like a prison will always figure out the ways to break out of the prison.
Yeah.
That's how psychology works.
Yeah.
Even if it's a kid, you lock them up in a room,
They
they'll
look for a
figure out.
while.
Even if you it's for minutes. The moment they realize that you are locking the door, they get into a panic. So don't use someone to complete you. Build a connection that will stay between you and the person that you love. So that means they feel the same way you feel.
Yeah.
They will run to you,
As
you
you
will
run.
run to them.
That's healthy.
And that's very healthy.
But if you keep chasing and they are
Running.
and then you're triggered to chase more,
More.
to increase the
Yeah.
speed, and they're also increasing the speed,
Yeah.
they get to a time and they're like, I should stop running, but I want you to make an about turn and
Yeah.
go back to where you're coming from.
There was a certain other place where we were. It was still a workplace where I used to see this young lady pack food, brings breakfast, brings lunch, mu evening naletawo snacks.
I know.
You understand, for this young man, and the young man felt like, I don't need this. You're
Don't
too
even
much.
give it away.
So he would just get it. You realize that you've taken all the time to think that he wants this katogo
Your
for
money,
breakfast.
your sweat,
You understand? And then you bring the food and like,
they give it away.
guys, just eat the food. The woman is too much. You realize that?
Hoovering. It's so painful because again, the person that this is happening to is thinking, this is so unfair. Do you see that? As in the person that is over chasing, when the resentment and the pressure comes in and the person is saying, you're too much, give me space, this person is thinking, you're so unfair. Because for them, just like you started, when you say that, they feel they're doing the right thing. They don't know that they are not doing the right thing. That's why they keep doing it to one person, another person, and another person. And that is, it has ended the same exact
way. Yeah.
And what pressure does is, it makes you forget about your values, that you become valueless. Now, all your value is in one place, and it makes you, and I think to even flip it on the other side, because it happens mostly to ladies, but let's just also talk about the men, the few men that it happens to under different conditions, because I feel like most of the men, and I get it from, when someone told me that, oh, you're the yardstick of womanhood for me. Now, I was younger, but I still felt that is too much responsibility to even put on me.
Yeah.
Then there are so many other women.
Yeah.
There are gazillion women on earth. Why would you make me the yardstick of womanhood?
Yeah.
Because you want to manipulate me, because you want to make me feel I'm so
Guilty.
important, so I should
It's a blackmail.
I should fall in love with you. I said I don't love you, and that is it. You get it? So most of what happens to men is you loving the wrong person.
Yeah.
Loving a person that does not love you. And there is the thrill that comes with chasing the wrong person. I don't know where they get the thrill from and the adrenaline from, because I think they usually feel like this is a race. When I win this trophy, hey, it's going to be sweet. It's really going to be nice, because they will put in all their strength. And guess what? Most of these men that chase like that are the good, nice men.
Yeah.
Not the bad, bad boys, but the good, nice men. And they will waste time on someone who does not love them.
Yeah, who will never love them.
Or who will, and actually who will never love them. Because if that woman changed and said that I love you, it will be because they have shelter, that you have money, they are offering, and that
Even
they find another person, they will run away.
Yes. And that's what I was going
They
to
will
say.
never.
Even in their 40s, they will still be looking.
Even at 50,
They will still
will
be
run
looking.
away.
They will still be looking. They would feel trapped.
They settled for something that they
They
love
didn't want. Yeah.
because of the
So
situation.
I don't know, but for a fact, there's the bit about us loving to win a trophy, that I got this. I managed
win a
to.
trophy that
But
loves you
then,
back.
yes, but then there's the reality side of it, that it is not a trophy. Yes, you've carried something that you would have to keep winning
And the signs don't lie.
And was it I think it was a movie we were watching where this lady marries this guy that she does not love.
Yes, I remember.
You remember the movie? And this lady is kidnapped and taken away, and the guy was very wealthy, had all the money.
That movie was annoying.
Does everything, pays with his life, even took a bullet
to go and
to rescue the woman. He rescues the woman, and the woman tells him, "Why did you have to? Were my more important than all these people that died?"
I know. But I felt so bad.
Yes.
I felt so bad.
And for some reason I don't love you. And I don't know, but I don't. So you sometimes feel like it is okay. The satisfaction that comes with this kind of trophy never ends. You have to be winning that trophy.
Do you know there are people in marriage right now, they are watching us, but they are also in that
Yes,
caliber.
you have to keep winning that trophy. It's from if
And
I buy her that car, she will love me. You buy it and then you realize it was not enough. You do it and then you feel like, I think I didn't do enough. Maybe it's the house we are sleeping in. Like, me now, do you build another house? And it's just like you're on that kind of road. So you lose yourself in the long run in trying to satisfy. It's like actually the right word is a vacuum. It's a vacuum. It will never be filled.
You think them loving you is you winning.
And then I was talking to someone, and I told this was a lady. I told her, because now it was her chasing. I was like, can you take 2 steps back? Don't call, don't initiate, don't text, don't do anything. Just keep quiet. Come back to me after 2 weeks. You will have some results. And indeed, there were results. So sometimes the only and only way is to
stop.
It's just like the chase. It's just like it's a road that leads nowhere. It is you know when you start running and chasing a shadow, you know, you're chasing your own shadow and you will never catch it. So sometimes you just need to stop and you're like, I think I've done enough. And it's okay losing them. And the day you say that is the day you start gaining them. Is the day you start winning them, winning them back.
The problem is when you start winning them and you see signs of them coming back, you start chasing again. Now that's I don't know what.
There are two ways, by the way. Some men who took my advice on stop chasing became bad boys.
Yeah, they can easily tilt. Yeah, that's true.
Because I remember one particular
confident.
Yes, I remember one particular guy that I helped build confidence and believe in himself. And when he did, and the woman now
started chasing,
they ended up married and getting children. But then the boy never ever realigned and got the good him back into the equation. Became a bad boy. And I hated that, because that's not what I was telling him to do. I was telling him, I mean,
to stop chasing.
If you ever love this woman, respect her enough to let her go if she wants to go. Because everything she was doing, you know, when you're dating a woman and she shows you that I can love even your friend and sleep with your friend in Ngomani, that's how bad it was.
And I know you love me too much, you're not going anywhere.
It happens, you're on a video camera because she was abroad, and then all of a sudden all of a guy mukawali, and you're like, isn't that so and so? It's like, so what? Can't I have a life? Can't I be me? And like, so you staying with him? Yes. So what? And I was like, Sebo. Muleke. You're not respecting her by being that clingy. Muleke. Watu kido kuba nti akola ekintu kyakola. It's clear communication. Titakwetaaga muleke. Within a month,
script had flipped.
Had flipped. That meant he stopped calling her, texting her, talking to her. Sometimes he would call me and be like, she is calling. I feel I'm knowing kank and I want to pick the phone. I'm like, you will not pick it.
Don't pick it, yeah.
And so what next? Then she's going to send a message. A manipulative blackmail kind of message. Don't open it, read it, don't respond.
Hey.
Respect her, because that's a decision. She's communicated it verbally and with actions. What more do you need? Muleke.
Until she will tell you what exactly she wants.
Yes.
And that, which was more like redeeming the attraction.
That was redeeming the, yes.
Redeeming the attraction and then giving him an upper hand
Yes.
as a leader in a relationship.
Still, I followed them up because I wanted to help them to the end. When now the girl was on her knees, now apologizing, and I could tell from the message and the things that she was remorseful. I was like, now this is what you're going to do. Okay? When you respond, don't write a very long message. It has to be 1 or 2 sentences. Maximum sentence
Responding to exactly what she has
ddamu kyabuuziza kikomyawo tonnyonnyola. So I took him through all of that. One thing that women love so much is the confidence a man portrays in letting them go. Actually, a woman will love you more if you are willing to let her go. She will respect you more if you are willing to let her go.
Vice versa is true as well. The only way a man will respect you
is when
you are willing to let him go.
Yeah.
When you are a balanced human being with proper identity, with values.
I know this is a tough conversation because someone will say, Tim, it's because you have Hilda, because of it. Trust me. Trust me. Once you can have the confidence to let them go, if they're yours, they will come back.
Yeah. And they will do the right
And guess what? You'll sleep well. The day you will come to terms with that reality, ojja kudda waka weebaka otulo like a baby. Bino byologootana n'osula nga ologootana okola ki?
It's all because your life is revolving around
a person who does not care.
That. And there are so many people right now that are also married, but you feel like you settled, you feel like you chased your way into this relationship, you feel you're not respected, not loved at all. But you gave back, he gave birth to children with you. So you're in the house like a housemaid, taking care of your children. But his heart is actually not in this.
With you.
And you feel like, you know what? So you've kept doing more and more, thinking you will be loved. And then some people, when they go to some churches or some pastors, they are told to as well continue doing more. Yeah. Continue doing more. And so because when you keep doing more, then they will eventually. But you have done more for 10 years. And this person that eventually has not arrived. And now you want to push 10 more years. You get old, you get gray hair, yeah, all over your body because you're doing more. And eventually they will love you when you are 60 or 70. What kind of craziness is that? Yeah. I think at some point we just need to learn to get back into position, find ourselves, discover our purpose, develop it, and deploy it, and have values and serve. Because if the other person is ever to change, it's not the doing more. It's not the somersaulting in bed. Because it's possible he has those that can somersault better than you. Yes, he has those that, as in anything can happen. But I'm not saying do not do the right thing. Do the right things that you have to do. But do the right things only. Do not go overboard. So if anyone told you, go overboard, spend your money and then, do all these things, weegule, I am telling you. Te weegula, you are a normal human being who deserve to be loved, and you loving that person more is not a crime. The only thing is you have to take a step back. Take a step back and do the bare minimum. Yeah? If you're a wife, do the wifely duties the way they are supposed to be. Do not somersault while buying him suits. Do not somersault while ordering cakes of Usmani 2 million, 3 million because it's his birthday and he's going to see all that, oh, my wife cares for me. Half the time, the one that he loves did not even buy him a handkerchief, but you bought a cake of 2 million. Save that 2 million or put it in insurance for your children's school fees.
Rebuild identity.
Rebuild your identity.
It was crushed. It was completely
in God.
Yeah.
And how he looks at you, you are beautifully and wonderfully
Fully made.
And if he cannot see that, let him go.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you want to find me. And stone me. But we want to... Exactly. I think that gets us into the wrapping up or getting to the last bit of how do you actually save yourself, redeem yourself out of this condition.
Yes.
Because it's a sickness.
Yeah.
And it can be diagnosed.
Yeah.
When we meet and talk, we will tell you what your sickness is and how to be able and prescribe. The only thing is, abalwadde tebamira ddagala. Those that have tried, and if you are careful, you know, we started this journey long time ago when Deliberately Selfish came out. Yeah, Deliberately Selfish was you redeeming yourself from being manipulated, from loving too much, from giving too much, and it not being valued or respected. And we're like, okay, can you stop that drama? Close the drama, close the theater where you've been doing the drama, go back into yourself and start a journey of healing.
And put a very big sign. No shows tonight.
I know. I swear. I don't, because the other time you were putting 5 shows in one day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because you were overly, ambitious to do certain things. Yeah. But now you're like, you know what? Closed until further notice, and do not announce the date of open, and dive back into yourself. Genda mukafubone katonda.
Yes, rebuild identity, purpose.
Here.
Yeah.
Let me tell you.
There's nothing that's as fulfilling as gaining you back. When you have an opportunity to come face to face with your nightmare and overcome what you dreaded the most. At this point, what I'm talking about, you overcome your fear of losing that man, or you overcome the fear of losing that woman. That's the start of everything. Yeah. Then, purpose inevitably begins to roll in. Identity begins to roll in. It's like you become so powerful because you are in your skin.
Yes.
Okay? And you're in charge, you're in control. So even if it's your communication, it's very mature.
Yeah.
Togenda communicating and abuziganga buyika bwebuti. You know when someone accuses you of something and only wonders why you are not kwevulunga wansi no samba kubugere no kubanga bwe yamanyira. The theater was closed. No more shows.
I know.
You know, when they start like a blackmail game, bakuzanyirako atandise okuleta ebitategeeka. Okay, what time was it? Okay.
If you think I did it, I did it.
It's okay. Like so, hey. So they become now the
ones, the drama queens and the
exactly.
Drama kings.
Because you are in,
opens.
yes, you're in charge.
Nice.
And then it really hurts when someone expects something as that and you're not giving it to them.
That's when they will start asking
who is she talking to? Where does she spend her time? Who
man.
Are their friends? Maybe she's seeing another man. Yeah. Because of it, but because you know the end game, that you're redeeming you're trying to rebuild your identity, you're becoming more mature, you're building your purpose and realigning it at the same time. You are attending to the most important things and you're reprioritizing your yes. So you feel so good that when you want to pray, you can pray. And even if you blackmail into your savanyo, you'll still pray.
It's okay.
Yes.
Yeah. The only thing we usually tell people in that phase is don't mix issues. Don't mix issues. Don't be in the recovery journey and again you are taken up by other men. Don't
Bobby Gata, you'll never
lose.
you
take this journey alone.
Because it's a serious one. Okay. Do you know what it means to lose you? You can't lose you while you're trying to catch what is passing. Because you already been in that identity fusion, you've been in a confusion, you've been in everything that does not make sense. And for the last 10 years, if they asked you, you cannot for sure place any achievement or anything that you've gained from the so-called relationship or the so-called dating or the so-called everything that you would, whatever you would want to call it. This confusion goes deeper, that it does not just only eat away the physical things, but it eats your spirit and soul. That natural way kanga. You know.
Well, where does that message? You're
Yes.
trying to read in between the lines and interpret things that
You lose you.
When you dream, you start interpreting dreams.
No,
when
no,
you go to a
Tabitha.
party and they greet someone, you start thinking about that. Just imagine the craziness. Imagine the craziness. And just for illustration purposes, when you are in the obsession and in the chasing, God gets, if it's a circle, yeah, God gets out of the center and he goes to, you get God out of the center and take him to outside the boundaries.
It's a form of worship.
And then you put that person in the center.
Yes, you
Now
no
you
longer
also move away
that
to
it's become
so
that person has
you
become an
don't
idol.
matter.
Becomes an idol.
You worship. Yeah. You don't matter and God does not matter. Even when you're praying to this God, oh God, so and so should not go away, should not. Now that is the worship that we are talking about. Now, in order for you to be able to recover yourself, you must dethrone this person. Take them off the throne of God.
And put God there.
And take them outside the center. Bring God and put him
Back to
and
where
seek
he's
your
supposed
closeness back
with God.
and intimacy.
That's realignment now.
That is realignment.
Yeah.
You realign with purpose, you realign your identity.
And that
you
cannot
realign
happen anywhere.
No.
It happens with a lot of intentionality,
Yes.
a lot of focus, because every other force will fight it.
Yes. And that's why
Everything will seek and scream for attention. Because ono gwogezaako okujja at the center. Omuzze wali.
Oh, abadanyumirwa. Even when there was pressure, they were actually enjoying the attention.
Yeah, they were enjoying
now
it.
they're scared. Where has the attention gone?
Yes.
All of a sudden. And I will tell you with good authority on this, I have seen people recover. Yeah? I have seen men recover, coming to him and talking to him, but I have seen women recover, coming to accelerated mentorship, looking in a different way, and they can even testify. And after going through series of finding purpose and they have an agenda for their lives. Yeah, waking up and you have a program for your life.
Yeah.
And you start looking good, and you start dressing well, and you start respecting yourself, going to the public, networking, and also building something valuable. Sometimes those women
That's
are like,
priceless.
Hilda, what can I give you? And I'm like, no, it's not me.
It's priceless.
You're just, or God helped you to choose a mentor that knew the journey to reinvent yourself. Yeah? And that is where mentorship is so important, or coaching is so important, especially when you find someone who has godly values and can be able to point you back to God, the author and the perfecter of your life. Because everything else fades away.
Fades away completely.
And God is the only thing that will remain in your life. So we have given you how to redeem yourself. You know how it affects the marriages and the relationships, and you know how this came about. Now it is your turn to take a journey into reflection, to take a journey into thinking about this, so you can be able to dethrone the person, whoever it is, bring back God on his throne, and seek closeness and intimacy with God, and realign with purpose, with identity, with God's rhythm, and live in the abundance of his life. Because part of abundance is love.
That's true.
Yep. We love you, and we pray over you that the grace of the Lord will abound in